started working for the nuclear regulatory body at my country 7 years ago as a manager assistant in the nuclear power plant operations unit. So in that position sparked my curiosity about the nuclear industry, radiation protection, and I took the radiation protection technician course to be able to get more involved in the technical area. At the same moment, I was finishing my degree thesis in theology. I had become interested on the topic of disarmament, peace building, and non-proliferation. I did a lot of research about that subject. I discovered that the subject was important for me, and I started looking for more tools for training me for a more deeper engagement in the subject. So I did many courses from the IAEA online on the web page in the Texas University, and in parallel within my agency I applied for a search, for an internal search for the position to an inspector in physical protection and nuclear security. So I continue learning about the topics, and I thought was a good idea to take professional certification or some kind of tool that could demonstrate my capability on subject and my expertise. And surfing the web, I found the webpage of WINS, and I discovered they have some scholarships, and I didn't hesitate and apply it. And then I did my certification and continued searching for more professional specializations in some kind of university or programs, because for the safety issues are more match trainings programs, but for the security area, the nuclear security, isn't many programs. So I continue research, and I discovered the Bulgaria, the Sofia University, and I sent my documents to find out if it was possible for me to be admitted. And they replied me, that's okay, but still I couldn't pay the tuition, the master tuition. So I put in the side my ambitions and continue, and did a short master program in my country in international security, disarmament, and non-proliferation. And I finished it the last year. And that year, I have a big surprise when I received the mail from the IAEA with the fellowship for the master in nuclear security, because it's something what I really like it, and I'm very glad, very happy for that. My elective was the program management. I elected because I believe that any professional, and especially the regulators, should know about the correct handling that operators should have in this matter and see the big picture. So when I read the contents of the program, I thought that it covered all the necessary topics that had to be taken into account regarding international standards. And I thought it was a good idea. I believe the nuclear security is a very important subject within the guarantees frame that each state must give to its citizens regarding its commitment to the peaceful and responsible use of nuclear energy. So is why I consider that professional specialization is key to guarantee compliance and the highest standards and the highest international standards, assuming the responsibility that the entails to bring confidence within the communities. And in this way, nuclear security also acquires the center role. It must have, that is why the professionalization is very important, because you can show the people you have a commitment with your work too. I consider that the role is fundamental because it's a way to be aware what is happening in other countries, to prevent future incidents, and to improve our own security measures, and as well as share lessons learned and meet many other excellent professionals in the field who can enrich your own knowledge. I think the diversity, I believe the diversity is always an asset, not only in nuclear security, because it allows us to have different views on the same subject. Specifically in nuclear security, I believe that gender parity encourages more women to take interest in the subject and to dare to explore into areas that maybe seem attractive or interesting to them, but do not feel they have a place into these areas because they are underrepresented. And the other hand is like a circle, because if more women don't engage on the managing roles and in places that where you can see it, many other women can't see it, and we will continue to be a small world. So what is the gender parity thing is really important, and because we need more mentors and role models for females. We are very, very less women in the field. I will tell them that continue studying and complete the certification, because it is worth the efforts, and every hour you spend studying, and don't give up and take the time to train and to test their knowledge themselves. I received my scholarship at the end of January in 2019, but I started studying at the end of February. Basically, I took the final test each chapter every time to practice, and also try to do many times the test on the web page. And I booked my certification at Person Center by the end of April, and I took the foundation module 3 weeks later. I think the learning material are very clear. You can discover that most of the information you found there is part of issues that you already deal with in your day by day at your shop. Anyways, it requires some self-motivation, but I think you finally realize that you achieve an asset on your career, and it's a very, very useful tool. I think one of the main ways is by telling people about your own experience, because probably many people don't notice that there is a professional and international certification in nuclear security, and encouraging your contacts, your colleagues to take the certification, and that because it's really useful. And another way is to share your own achievements and activities of the WINS Academy through your own social networks. But I think when you tell your own history, people pay more attention. I encourage all those who are thinking of enrolling to do so because there are many benefits of being certificate. First of all, for me, it's a sign that you take your career seriously and shows your engagement with your work. In a second place, you get a network of professional people around the world with can you share your experience and an amazing group of human beings and the WINS team, because all the people who works at WINS are very, very good human beings, in my view, with whom you can share your own doubts and lessons learned, and you can be constantly updated on what is happening in the sector. So just do it because worth it. I'm not really a fan of the WINS team. Every time I made a question or I have a doubt or something to ask, you are replying me, you are trying to contact me and support me, everyone. So I'm very grateful.